Okay, let's open, start it up. And this will be the starting up of the device. So the first thing that I expect is that we get the language choice. So it's starting up and yeah, it's running. I see that the light is turning on. That's good. We have something Chinese, but let's change that immediately. Oh, I didn't do anything. It went away without touching. Oh no. Okay. So let's select English, United Kingdom. Next. You have to agree with the privacy policy, 7 pages long. Let's agree. Then we have automatically or select the time zone. I always first configure it manually to Brussels. That's +1, I think, or +2. Let's see, where is Brussels? Brussels. I think it starts with Europe, so let's go to E. Brussels. There we go. It's selected. Let's turn it on again. The automatic time zone. Let's press next. Auto sleep. I'm going to say only after 10 minutes and power off after 1 hour. That should give me enough time to read without getting it into standby mode. 10 minutes is maybe even low. I would have preferred the 15-minute option because 30 minutes is too much again. But okay, 10 minutes and 1 hour, we'll do it like this. Something that I also don't like about the Note Onyx, I already sent them an email about this. It's the fact that when it goes into standby mode, it redraws the screen to show the shell. You know, the shell that we saw when it was powered off? Well, it's going back to that screen. And this is something that I don't like because it means if I want to reread my notes in class, for example, then I need to pull it out of standby again. So I need to push the button at the top and wake it up in order to see my notes. I remember with the Nook, or was it, let me check, I think it was, let me show you, it was the Kobo. With the Kobo, you can see that when it's in standby mode, it shows the last screen. You see, it's in standby mode and it shows the last screen. This is way nicer because I can read it still, even though it's not powered on. So it could show me documentation that I need to do some other work, and at least it doesn't need to stay powered on. So yeah, that's something that I miss. I hope they will add it as an option. So 10 minutes, 1 hour, press next. Continue. Now we need to calibrate. I'm right-handed. I press next. And let's start this. So this is the official stylus. I need to use it to calibrate. Press start. So I press the middle of this one, this one, this one, this one, and then the middle one. Calibration is done. I need to confirm this. Setup is completed. Your box is starting up, and there we are. So that was really fast. By default, I still have 90% of battery usage, which is nice. And the time is completely incorrect. To fix this, I will give it Wi-Fi connection. So press settings and the network settings, enable Wi-Fi, click on Wi-Fi to get the list. And I'm selecting the 2.4 gigahertz network. I'm going to remove it a few seconds so that I don't show you my password. And there we go. Let me see if it's completely fine. So I pressed OK. It says saved and it's connected. That's good. So now what do we see? At the bottom we have next to the settings a little dot. This means there is a notification. So let's see what in the settings there is as a notification. Oh, there is an update of the privacy policy. Let's press OK. And we see that there is a new firmware update. The notification dot is here. The automatically detect update package is enabled, but it's not finding it. However, when we press check updates, there it is. It's not so big, 105 megabytes. So my current firmware is from the 6th October and this one is from 19 October. There are some small fixes, nothing special. And it added some extra pencils and markers. Let's download it. So, something that you should know is that when I did the same thing on the Max Lumi, we had an issue because I went to another screen and it seems that when you go to another screen, it's not downloading anymore. The firmware upgrade is not continuing in the background. I don't know why this is the case, but that means that now I cannot touch it until this download is completed. But as we can see, it's really fast, and that's probably because it's not a big update. When I compare it to the updates from the Max Lumi, we had sizes of 1 gigabyte. So this one is really small in this optic. So let's wait that it finishes up. I see that I lost already 1%. I really like it. It's a nice screen. I think that 10-inch is the golden ratio. It's really the best way because I have a Roku Discobo here and this one is an 8-inch. And that's actually too small to read PDFs. Just too small. However, it is waterproof. That's nice because you can at the pool read a book. I hope that one day books will do the same. What do we see? It finished downloading and we can say update immediately. So it's updating. Let's remove this knife. So I'm going to remove the Kobo again. So 8-inch is just the minimum that you need to have to read PDFs. I think 10-inch is the best size to take with you on vacation. And the 13-inch is nice for when you're at your desk. But it's so big that in the end, it's not so portable. So 10-inch looks the best for me. For me, the best possible device is this Boox Note 3, but with color and waterproofing. If it had those three things, oh my god, I would be so happy. So we see that the upgrade is already starting. It's not so big, so it will be done quite fast. That way you see the whole process of the firmware upgrade. I'm going to put the pen down and get a little bit closer to you so that you can see what this is all saying. It's really nice. It looks really like paper, especially when you put it in light. We also see that the bottom has some other kind of color. It's more gray, and everything around it is black. But it's nice. It's a nice effect. I like it because you can hold it without putting your fingers on the screen. That was also an advantage of the Note Air. But that one was keeping it on the side, and that was not comfortable. It was too heavy. In this case, the weight is below. I wonder if it also has auto-rotate, this one. The Note Air had auto-rotate. The Max Lumi didn't. And I'm hoping that the Note 3 is also having the auto-rotate, but right now we are in firmware upgrade mode. So we are not in the operating system. So that might be the reason that it's not auto-rotating. But I didn't see it in the specifications. So it's possible that just like the Max Lumi, we don't have auto-rotate. Okay, the upgrade is almost finished, and then we will start up again. The first thing that you should do when it starts up is always the firmware update, and the time, of course, and your Wi-Fi. Those three is the first things that you should do. And then I think the next thing you could do is probably enable the Play Store. Then you can start installing all your applications that you like. And we are in the final stage of the firmware upgrade. It looks really nice having such a small format. Meanwhile, no, let's do it later. I was thinking maybe already showing you the case, but I see that the firmware upgrade is almost finished. Let's wait for it. And rebooting, there we go. Firmware upgrade is done. So the first thing that we will now test when it turns on is if it's going to auto-rotate or not. I'm really curious about that. I don't know why they didn't enable it on the Max Lumi. It doesn't look like such a big thing. Okay, here we are. Let's try it. There is still another dot. No, I'm not under the impression that it will auto-rotate. So when I look here at the top, rotates. No, it's manual. That's pity. Something that I find confusing about this layout is that it shows you this little bottom here, and it gives the impression that you're looking at the real bottom, but it's not, because for example, if we select the second one, you would expect that the text will be like this, right? The text will be like this, because this is below and we want the text like this. Let's do it. This happens, right? But here where it gets strange is when you go back into the auto rotate options. Where is it? Rotates, yes. So now let's say that we want to put it back like it was before, like the text going down to the bottom, like here. Look what happens. It didn't move. Rotate, and I want it down. It's not going to move, because for the tablet thinks now that it is already, this is its initial rotation. It thinks that this is its initial rotation. So to make it move back to there, I need to think in the clockwise. So if this is our current situation, we need to turn 1, 2, 3 times. So that would be this one. Here we go. That's really strange. So I needed to think that it rotates 3 times to get to the normal screen again. It's not logical. I would expect that it rotates the way that it is showing on the screen. Let's open it one more time. So the rotate. So I would expect that you actually see it like this. So if I click on this one, it should be completely reversed. But it's not. So let's see what is else waiting in the settings. Another firmware upgrade. Really? Check. Really, there is another update. It's bigger. 151 megabytes. Fix the problems of calling the floating menu from the left and the right sides. Fix some translation issues and fix some user interface issues. Okay, I'm not going to do them here because this is just an unboxing. So let's end here, and if you have some questions, you can always leave me a note in the comments below. Okay, thank you. See you in the next video where I will explain and show you the cover of the Books Note 3.